All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to explore the absolutely incredible world your dog is living in every single day. We're talking about a secret superpower they have, one that's hiding in plain sight, and I'm going to show you exactly how to unlock it. So, just think about this for a second. What if your dog, your best furry friend, had an actual superpower? One that lets them read stories written on the wind and see the world in a way we literally can't even imagine? Okay, so what is this superpower? Well, it's their nose, of course, but we're not just talking about a sense of smell that's a little bit better than ours. No, no. This is a completely different way of experiencing reality. It's a whole universe of information that is completely invisible to you and me. And here's where it gets kind of wild. Take a look at the sheer biological difference. We humans, we've got about 6 million olfactory receptors. And that sounds like a lot, right? Well, your dog can have up to 300 million. That's not even in the same league. It's like comparing a bicycle to a fighter jet. But it's not just the hardware in their nose, you know? It's the processor. The part of a dog's brain that's just for analyzing smells is proportionally 40 times bigger than ours. 40 times. Just think about that. That is an insane amount of brain power dedicated to one thing, figuring out the world through scent. So what does all that get you in the real world? It gets you this: the power to smell one single drop of something in the amount of water it takes to fill 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools. That's a sensitivity we call parts per trillion. Our brains, which are so focused on sight, can barely even wrap around what that really means. And the nose itself? Oh, it's a masterpiece of engineering. When your dog takes a sniff, that air gets split. Some goes to the lungs for breathing, but the rest goes to this amazing dedicated smelling chamber. And then, when they breathe out, they do it through these slits on the side of their nose, which cleverly creates this little swirl that pulls new smells in. So they're building this constant flowing, detailed picture of the world, all with their nose. Now, here is the absolute best part. This incredible innate ability isn't just for police dogs or search and rescue heroes. You can tap into this instinct and turn it into a fun, confidence-boosting game for any dog. So let's talk about how you can actually do that, starting with step one. It all kicks off with something super simple, like the shell game. You start with just one cup, let your dog watch you put a really yummy treat under it, and then you reward them just for touching the cup. It's an easy win. Then you add a second empty cup. Now they have to make a choice. But step three, that's the magic moment. You hide the treat when they're not looking. Now they have to use their nose to win the game, not their eyes. And this right here, this is the golden rule. The dog learns by getting it right. If they pick the wrong cup, you don't say no or correct them. You just make the next try a little easier so they're guaranteed to win. It's all about building this really positive, super fun feeling about using their nose. Because, and this is so important to understand, this is so much more than just a game. When you let a dog use their nose like this, it has these huge psychological and even therapeutic benefits. You're letting them do the one thing they were truly born to do. I mean, just look at the kind of transformation we're talking about. A dog that's maybe a little anxious or reactive on walks, or just generally unsure about the world. They can become confident, focused, and empowered. And why? Because they are solving a problem, all by themselves, using their own natural talent. They're the expert for once. And there's real science to back this up. The simple act of sniffing is physically calming. It can actually lower a dog's heart rate. It gives their brain a puzzle to work on, which helps override all the stressful stuff going on around them. And every single time they find that treat, it's a little deposit in their confidence bank. Okay, this is where it gets really mind-blowing for the human on the other end of the leash. Scent work isn't like other training where you're the boss. It's about building a real partnership, one where you have to learn to shut up and trust your dog. This quote just nails it perfectly. Think about it. In almost everything else we do, we know the right answer. We know where we want them to sit or what direction to walk. But in this game, you're completely blind. You can't smell it. You have no idea where the target is. Only the dog knows. Your only job is to trust them. And that's what forges this true partnership. It's a relationship where you, the human, have to give up control and put all your faith in your dog's amazing ability. It completely flips the script from you being the teacher to you being the teammate. It's all about collaboration and a ton of mutual respect.
Now, for anyone who gets totally hooked on this, and believe me, it's easy to do, this amazing game can also become a really fascinating sport with different organizations where you can compete and earn titles with your dog.
So the two big players, at least in the US, are NACW, who started it all with canine nose work, and the AKC. And a really key difference, as you can see, is the environment. NACW was designed from the ground up to work for all dogs, even the shy or reactive ones, by making sure dogs work one at a time and never see each other. The AKC's version is set up a bit more like a traditional dog sport. So choosing which way to go really just depends on your dog's unique personality. So let's wrap this all up. The next time you're out on a walk and your dog stops to sniff a fire hydrant for what feels like an eternity, just pause with them. They're not just smelling pee. They're reading the local newspaper. They're catching up on who's been there, when they were there, and maybe even how they were feeling. They're reading a story, and now you know how to help them write their own. So, what story is your dog reading with its nose right now?